Brace yourself, sports and music fans, because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is GO time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J was good today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for? Don't miss out on the exclusive limited edition You Gonna Know Me t-shirts. That's right, You Gonna Know Me t-shirts are now available. Be sure to reach out to J-Dub the King to secure your very own t-shirt today. You can contact J-Dub the King via social media at J-Dub the King or through email at jdubtheking@gmail.com. But that's not all. While you're at it, make sure to keep up the hype by streaming the hit single You Gon' Know Me by J-Dub the King featuring Yuckmouth and Drew on all major digital platforms. Let's keep the momentum going.
No.
There we go. All right.
There we go. There we go. Can you guys now hear us? Shut up, Pocky. Yeah, they can hear you now. I'm sure they can.
If they can hear that, they got some damn dog ears or something. I'm speaking a different octave.
So yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So here's the thing. I gotta give a shout out, prayers, and condolences to everybody that's being affected in the LA or the greater LA surrounding areas. As I stated before, the past 36 hours, probably a little bit longer than that now. Massive fires, at least 3, and there was a 4th one that started, but it wasn't that big. But 3 fires, ironically, surrounding the greater LA area. The biggest one being the Palisades fire, right?
Where rich people live.
And seeing houses and schools completely engulfed in fire, right? It looked like a scene, an apocalyptic scene out of Resident Evil. Cars abandoned in the streets. You know what I mean? They couldn't get out of the city fast enough.
So they panicked and left the car.
And they left their cars. This one actually hits a little bit personal for me because I have people and I know people not only from California, but they actually live in California or in the areas of California, and or they have families in that area, right? So that a good friend of mine just texted me right when we went on air and said that her niece's father's parents and grandmother, both of them lost their homes in the fire. And then you're homeless in an instant. I mean,
well, here's my thing. Here's my take on it. I'm waiting for the conspiracy theorists on this one. Remember Hawaii a few years ago?
Yeah. Honestly, I believe that at least 2 out of the 3 of them were man-made cause fires.
Well, I think all 3 of them were.
I want to say that too,
but accident, but not. I'm talking about with Hawaii. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. They were talking about how Oprah planned for it to happen so she could buy these properties and all the rich people.
Not only that, but the government wanted to move in and take that away. Yeah.
So what's your one for California now? Now, I want to say this too. There's not only been fires, but I was telling you as well that there's not only fires going on. There's actually earthquakes going on too right there.
Yeah, there's some earthquakes that you did, right? Yeah.
But since the first, they've been having all these small, like 2.3 and 3 and 4.0 earthquakes all around surrounding parts of California. So a reckoning's happening.
Here's the thing. We all knew that California was going to go down.
Yeah,
we all knew for decades. But we all thought a massive earthquake was going to hit that San Andreas fault line and separate it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, obviously, and it's crazy because the people that I know from California,
the Titanic band playing while it's going down.
And the crazy part about the people that I know from LA that honestly are being affected by this, they all say the common thing. You never would have imagined having to see your home on fire. And there's nothing you can do. The fire department, there's nothing they can do. Why? Because they got big wind going around that's fueling the fire. Yeah.
And what's funny, those same winds are here in Phoenix. We feel it.
We feel it. The only thing that I am grateful for, though, in this chaos, is that wind system is pushing everything out to the ocean. So it's going to cause it's going to cause a lot of damage, right? But at the end of the day, when all said and done, if that wind pattern shifts
again,
it's going to be chaotic.
they already can't. They already can't gauge where. I mean, they can gauge where it is. They can't really tell you where it's going until they look at the wind.
The wind pattern.
Yeah,
and they have zero containment.
They can't. There's no way to contain something.
There's no way that you can. When you're expecting up to 100-mile-an-hour gust winds today, what can you do?
It's not even that. If the gusts go in the same consistent way, that's one thing. But if it's like a wind tunnel where it's going this way, all of a sudden it turns to the left, all of a sudden it's going straight, it's going back, it's going to the right. It's nothing you can do.
And the thing about it, yes, they're first responders. Yes, their job is to go in there and stuff like that. But here's the thing about it. You got to learn from the hot shots. Rest in peace, all of them. That's the reason why they're not doing it. Because if you
they're just doing what they
can
without.
If you send firemen out there right now, they're as good as dead.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
And if y'all don't know what the hot shots are, it's a movie about it as well. Check it out. It's a real true story.
And it happened here in Arizona.
It was here in Arizona. And matter of fact,
you're now. I live right down the goddamn road from there, about good 20 miles.
What's the name of was it a XFL team that took the name the Hot Shots? Because remember
and we sued them for it, and they can't use that name anymore.
No, they didn't get sued. They were able to use the name. Just the XFL is no longer around. It's a whole different league.
Well,
but yeah, it's like so. But we don't have a team anymore either, so it's not even like that. But they let them use the name, but it was actually voted on, and they were like, yeah, that's awesome to pay tribute. They even had the one that wasn't there.
Yeah,
at the fire.
The lone survivor.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, I can only imagine the grief he deals with
on a daily basis because his brothers.
You're the last one, and by the grace of God, you might as well say something happened and you were taken out.
He got hurt. He broke his leg.
Yeah, and he got taken out, and then all of a sudden, 15 minutes later, they got surrounded. Why? Because the wind gusts changed and enclosed. No, man.
What they do was get themselves under those
aluminum blankets or whatever they use.
Those heat-resistant blankets.
Yeah, man.
But what happened was they didn't die from catching on fire. They died because there was no oxygen for them. To consume. That's what they died.
And smoke inhalation.
Yeah. So
they're in the wood. So you getting the wood particles in your lungs and everything like that. You can't breathe. It's that. So everybody in California, man, my prayers, my thoughts are everything with you guys right now. I hope you guys survive this. Those that can get out, get out. Don't come to Arizona, but get out.
Go to Texas. You've hiked up our prices enough.
But yeah, this is it.
But I want to stay there for a minute with what you said about moving in California. This is the get right here. What does that mean? You better get right, or you go home. Where home is, that's up to you.
That ain't up to them.
It ain't up to me.
That ain't up to them either.
To get right. Yeah, because it looks like to me, we talked about this, how I'm seeing things happen. Change is happening all over. The key thing you said is better thank God. Do you know that we talked about this yesterday? I saw another one today. It was oh man, my brain, doggone it. Either way, I saw another one today, another interview again with a top flight athlete thanking
top flight
athlete.
Top flight security in the world, right?
And it's happening. There's been a reckoning happening for the past 6-7 months, maybe even past year, that we were seeing a lot more athletes claiming their faith. And then what's funny to me about that, you have a lot of people that have no faith. And they will talk about how everybody's threatening them and making fun of them because they have no faith. But to be honest with you, nobody sees that. We only see you coming on and talking about the people getting on you about not having faith. But you want to talk about someone else, oh, you believe in something that's not true, this, that, and the other. But the whole great thing about that is, regardless of what I believe in, you're bashing me for my belief. I'm not bashing you for yours.
I'll give you one deeper on it. The same ones that say they don't have a belief, when a life-altering event happens, what's the first thing they
Oh my
do?
God. Whoops, I didn't mean to bust that out like that. Or did I? What the?
No. The first thing you said was the accurate answer. Oh, God.
Lord, no. God, please.
So
But you don't have any beliefs, though, right? You don't have any beliefs. That's fine. To each his own.
well, on devil's advocate, I'm going to say this. As far as belief in religion, I can understand that. But believing in God, there's only one God. But on this planet, there's many. Right?
No, there's many names for that.
There's many names, but there's also with the many names, many different religions, many different sects, many different cults that go with that. And they all come across the line of religion. I'm not going to say Christianity. I'm going to say religion, right? So for somebody that doesn't believe in a religion doesn't necessarily mean that they don't believe in God.
Well, when they specifically the people we're talking about, they actually say, I do not believe in God.
But then when the life-altering event happens,
the first thing they say is, oh my God.
Okay. So we both agree on that, right?
But the one thing is, like with anything in the public.
Happy New Year, bro. First show of the year. Hey, congratulations too is in order. Not to interrupt you, right?
I mean,
but,
you interrupted me.
But this is our going on our third year. Salute. Continue.
But to think about it, when you want to look good, that's actually smoother than what it normally is. Interesting.
Oh, Lord. So, True charming.
But here's my thing. Those of you that live by social media, and yes, we're on a social media platform, a few.
Okay.
When I said live by social media, I mean, because this happens. It happens to you too. And we do it to each other. We'll sit there, we'll see something, right?
Okay.
And then we'll sit there, that sucks.
I want to see where you're going with this. I'm actually intrigued.
Oh, man. Well, ooh, that sounds interesting. And you run with it. You run with that story.
Give me an example, though. Okay, give me an example.
So now the example I'm going to give. So there was
and we're talking about
the AI created the AI created story where it was a church. Church name was never given. This is how you know the story wasn't real.
Okay.
Church name was never given. Excuse me. The pastor was sleeping with a deacon. The wife was sleeping with the choir director. The drummer got 3 people pregnant.
I believe that happens in Baptist churches every goddamn day. I'm just saying. But don't throw the Baptist thing under the bus. I grew up Baptist, so I see it. I've seen it. The pastor over here having an affair with the secretary, and then
I didn't say secretary.
No, I'm just saying. I know you said deacon. I know you said deacon, but I'm just saying on personal experience. Pastors having an affair, and all of a sudden announce their divorce, or I'm getting divorced in front of the congregation.
And it's the first white parent.
While she's sitting in the first pew.
So,
and then 2 weeks later,
sitting with the old family.
He over here chilling with the goddamn secretary. And then a year later, he married to the secretary. And first lady.
Oh,
no,
she had a baby somehow.
Oh, no.
She became married.
I'm good. I see this happen in the Baptist church where the choir director is gay, sleeping with the deacon and the wife and the deacon.
But now here's where the story gets a real twist. It's a real twist. Somebody comes in to steal money out of the church and get shit. I was like, you can't make this up. Apparently you can.
No, I can see this happening, bro.
Apparently you can.
I can see it happening.
Here's what happened. That made it so far with meta security policies, Instagram security policies.
What's good, Mike? What's good?
I'm not going to do it.
No, don't do it. Not today.
I'm trying to hold back.
No, you better not. No, here's the thing with the religion and churches and everything, bro. Everything that you just said in regards to like the black religion, as far as Baptist, Pentecostal, everything like that, right? We see that happening in real life with that. The only difference is the little boys are getting exposed. It's not the
not little boys getting exposed.
They're getting exposed, bro.
They're not. The boys aren't being exposed. It's happening to them. They're not being exposed.
It's happening to them.
They are exposing.
But here's the thing of what I'm trying to make. If them little boys are exposing what's going on in the Catholic Church, right? And in the Catholic Church, as far as American culture, as far as what I've researched and what I've studied with the Catholic Church, right? Every Catholic church has a diocese, right? Every diocese reports to somebody else who reports to the Pope.
It's called the Archdiocese.
The Archdiocese, right? So the whole thing about it, right?
You have your.
What else is going on besides them messing with the little boys?
What's a whole lot going on?
Exactly.
I can go into detail of a lot of things,
but we're not going to. We ain't got enough time for that. I'm not.
I can go to a little, but a reason why a lot of people don't believe in God is because they had that church hurt.
And a lot of people are based Catholic more than any other goddamn Christianity.
We're Catholic.
Correct.
That's where
correct.
It comes from. A lot of people were Catholic.
Correct.
And they saw like, man, this is a bunch of BS.
And the reason why niggas don't go to church no more is because pastors is fucking niggas' wives.
Oh, it's not even only that. It's the fact that
and they scamming people out of money.
That's the main reason.
How you gonna scam my grandmother out of her house?
But how about this? How you gonna preach the same sermon
and and you the one pimping and pimping?
But how you gonna preach the same sermon? Talk about one sin, and as we know, there's how many deadly ones, quote unquote, that can actually get you denied out of heaven, right? But you speaking out just one thing. You're telling people you're scared. You're scare preaching. You're not. What I say, the best preacher is one that can talk about themselves.
Here's the thing about it,
while also trying to preach or how to get in, not how to prevent you from making the same mistakes that they make.
Here's my take on it, right? The man that they call Jesus, everybody wants to base religion, Western Christianity, is based off of two people that I know, right? The Catholics, devout Catholics, is the Virgin Mary, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then everybody else is Jesus. Then you got a Jesus or a Bible-based church, right?
Now,
okay.
What, did you say everybody else is Jesus or everybody else is Jesus?
No, everybody else, they either preach on a Jesus base or Bible base, right?
The reason why I asked you that,
okay,
because I was with you if you were saying everybody else's Jesus, because
correct,
everybody has their own Jesus.
Correct.
So that's why I was like, okay, everybody else's.
But those that are scholars, especially biblical scholars, we know that's not his name, right? But that's what they say his name is. So we'll go with that for this.
The reason why they do that, because they say, oh, it's easier to pronounce.
But anyway, we'll go with that just for this analogy, right? So the whole thing of what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, if you're basing a religion, a man-made found religion, off of a man named Jesus, the best way that you're going to be able to relate to me is as the common man, as the heathen. Because that's what he was. If you think about that, he had 12 disciples. After 5, you consider the game.
Hold up. He had 12 that were in the Bible.
But he had more.
He had more.
He was the game leader.
He was 12. That's every
12.
All know.
Look,
and their disciples had disciples.
Look. In the Roman Catholic Church, he was what? A rebel, right? He was considered a rebel. And he had followers. In America, what is that considered? Again,
U.S. government.
Oh shit.
My bad. We weren't going there. My bad. I totally missed it. I missed. Oh shit! Wipe that from the record. say that.
That was a good one, though. That was a good one. That was a good one, though. That was a good one.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, man. So the whole thing about it, if you want to attract people to that wave, you're not doing it. Because at the end of the day, now everything is about money, 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 giving, 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 sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice.
But the whole thing is, if you go back to what people don't understand, Jesus never asked for a dime.
Nothing.
It was given to him.
Nothing.
We want to talk about Malachi
8:16.
No, third chapter,
8
through 10, verse 8.
I know what verse you're okay. So Malachi 3 verses
1, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And then 12. 12 too. 12 too.
And why do I point to that? I'm like, because if y'all want to talk about Jesus and the religion that he had, he never asked for it.
He never had a religion. He never defined what religion was.
He never asked for anything from everybody. You got to remember, he wasn't Christian. He was a Jew.
The original Jew at that.
Think about that, y'all. People forget. He was a Jew. He wasn't a Christian. Christ, you want to be Christ-like. You want to be like Jesus. What is Jesus? What do they call him? Jesus what? Christ. Where did you get Christian from? They were followers of Christ. So you were following a black Jew.
And he wasn't even Jewish. He was Hebrew.
Because he made his own coffee.
I'm just saying. You can't be Hebrew and Jewish.
Well, you can be.
No, you can't.
You can be.
No, you can't.
And I can. Do I need to go pull the
please
Bible?
I mean, theoretically, anybody can be Jewish if they convert nowadays.
Well, no, you can't. You can't. You can be a converted Jew, but you can't actually be a Jew. There's a difference. There is a difference between a converted Jew and an actual Jew.
Well, even if they go with based off what an actual Jew is right now, that's just like they go based off definition of what the Israeli is. The Israeli people ain't really Israeli. The Palestine people are the original
Israelites.
Yeah, them too. Yeah, them too.
You cracked that all. I did. The Palestinians are the
original Israelites.
Actually, I'm gonna
and even the black Hebrew.
But here's the thing about the Palestinians.
They denounced the black Hebrew. You remember that?
They did that from.
But the original Hebrew was what?
But here's the thing about before you even get to that with you want to say the Palestinians are original Israelites. You're wrong in that aspect. There are no original Israelites left. They're all gone. It's done.
Yeah, that is arguable. Yeah, that's arguable.
Go back and look. There are none left. When they go back and look at the lineage, there are no original Israelites.
Then when did they disappear? When
did they disappear?
Yeah, when?
When the original Palestinians were moved out.
But the original Palestinians. Okay, so stay right there. The original Palestinians that moved out of where?
Out of Israel.
So they were the original Israelites, right?
But they're no more around.
Correct. Because of the classification.
There's not a classification.
So you mean to tell me bloodline is gone? You mean to tell me there is no bloodline of the original Israelites? No. I want to challenge that. I'm going to do some research on that. I actually want to challenge that because there's no way there's that. That's like saying there's no original Hebrews left.
Actually, there. Go back and look. There's nobody original of anything. Everybody's so mixed up with everything.
Correct.
So there is no original anything. So you want to tell me when to research it?
But there's still a bloodline there. There's a DNA there.
Judean, yeah.
Okay.
Judean, not Judean, Judean.
Okay, Judean. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, it's and what's funny when you talk about Judea. Oh, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go back to that because it was. When I go back, that
was the land that was trying to be conquered that could never be.
No matter what they did, they tried.
They tried to. The Romans tried to.
And they had Romans had. I want to say we'll just.
That's the promised land. Honestly,
20,000. They had 20,000 strong and still couldn't do it.
Exactly. And the thing about it, if you think about it, we talk about okay, where's the promise? I want to say that. We in this Western culture, where Moses was trying to get his people out, he was coming west. we're in the promised land. I want to say that. As far as geologically, right? But if we're going to go from a biblical aspect, when you talk about the Garden of Eve and all that, and
Babylon.
Yeah, Babylon, the Garden of Eden, all that shit, that was probably in Judea.
Well, the Garden.
It probably was, because at the end of the day, that's the only. And where's Judea now?
Babylon, if I remember, not Iraq. What's the other one? Iran.
Saudi Arabia, and Iran.
Saudi Arabia. Honestly, I believe Saudi Arabia.
Because Saudi Arabia was a part of Egypt.
Yes, it was, but it's not. That's not where it was. Babylon. I think it was.
Babylon was a part of Egypt. Egypt was. If you look at the maps, if we were to believe the maps,
yeah. I wasn't talking about what was Egypt. I'm talking about where actually Babylon was. It was actually in Iran.
But Iran was a part of Egypt. So, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, that was all Egypt.
Yeah, what's your point?
It broke up. So at one point in time, before it became Iran, what was known as Babylon was pretty much Egypt, right?
Okay.
No, Jay, what? What am I wrong about, bro? Put me up on game. What am I wrong about?
I don't think you're thinking about Egypt. It was called something else.
But it was a part of the African continent, though.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. You're trying to talk about the
original, as far as what we know, the original geological aspect. Okay. I know what he's talking about. Yeah, I'm wrong about that. Okay. He's talking about the mapping. I'm wrong about the mapping. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what they call it pseudo. The word pseudo keeps coming in my head.
What are you trying to describe?
Because they didn't necessarily call it. They did not call it Africa per se, but they had
nothing was called what we know what it's called now. That's the whole thing about it.
The names of continents have been around for quite a long time. What they called it was pseudo something. I just can't remember what it was.
So what was the continent of Africa called originally? Because Africa was part of America. I got that backwards. America was a part of Africa.
Everything was a part of the motherland.
Exactly.
But the whole thing is really why they named it Africa. It's really that's Swahili or something like that. It means motherland. That's what Africa means, motherland. And what's funny to me is look up and tell me what Russia means. Look up, tell me what London means, England means. Tell me that. Land of England. Greenland, we know what that means.
Don't get me started on Greenland. How the fuck your president gonna sit back and talk about, my plan is to acquire the Panama Canal, Greenland, and Canada? It's not gonna happen.
No, he can dream.
Maybe Greenland, maybe. And that's if the Dutch wants to release that turmoil.
So I got my dreams here.
Panama
Canal, and my wishes here.
You want to acquire, but you're threatening so many treaties at that point.
But here's the thing: I got my dreams here, right?
Okay.
And I got my wishes here. Which one's going to make more of an impact?
No fucking idea.
Neither do I.
This is the same motherfucker that when COVID said we're going to inject people with bleach.
You're talking about the U.S. president. You said Greenland president.
No, I'm talking about Donald Trump saying he want to acquire motherfucking Greenland, the Panama Canal, because he said the Panama Canal is being controlled by China, and then he wanted to talk about, I'm going to acquire Canada if they don't want to pay the tariffs. Yeah, the letter J wasn't created until the 1800s. Absolutely correct. I do know that for a fact. So his name's not Jesus.
Yeah, I can't. Well, what's the other one called? Yeshua, and they call him all
Yeshua.
stuff.
Which is more accurate, but I still don't think that's his name. Nobody knows his name.
Yahweh, that's another name.
Yahweh.
Which I think that's more closely related because there was a lot of Y names back
Yeshua.
So
Yeshua is like Joshua. A very common name back then. Very common name.
Yahweh would be
Yahweh is the exalted one, right?
So, which I mean, I can see his name definitely being that.
As a nickname, but that wasn't his name.
The thing is,
That's just like, you know my legal name, but everybody called me Jacob.
right? But the whole thing is, when the angel appeared to Mary, as the story goes, do you think he told her that his name would be Jesus?
You know, Mary and Joseph was escaped slaves, right?
Well, actually, you don't need to say that. Go watch the movie on Netflix. It's about Mary. It came out around Christmas, and my wife and I watched it. It gets you.
Okay, here we go. Facts right here. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember it. I saw that before. I can't pronounce that though. My fucking dyslexia fucks with me on that one. How do you pronounce that? Is that ALK or AKF?
ALK.
Okay, so my fucking yeah.
So I'm gonna throw something at you guys that a lot of people don't really think about. ALK. That rolls off the tongue really nice, right? What else rolls off the tongue just like that? So my birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks.
I was going to say something way completely off, so I'm glad you caught me on that. Go ahead.
MLK. Think about those initials. I'm just gonna leave that. Think about those initials. Think about some MLK, ALK. Can you think of anybody else that has any initials that stem profound?
Yeah.
JFK?
Yeah. Or JRW. I'm just saying.
Think about that. There's a lot of power in certain letters, and I'm just gonna leave that there.
Opera.
But there's a lot of power in letters. And I'm gonna stay that right there with the cuss sound. The cuss sound is power.
Or the sound, because all you could say is Becca. At that time, there was no profound language. You understand what I'm saying?
It was actually one universal language that once man decided to be stupid. Now we've got how many languages in this world?
And man continues to be stupid.
Oh, we only got dumber as the world evolved. We've only got dumber. God allowed technology, and what happened? We get stupider and stupider. Stupider and stupider.
Is that even a late?
Yeah, it's in Pockets Webster Edition 2025. Look it up. Stupider and stupider.
Yeah, so.
But getting back to, so we're even supposed to have this religious talk today. It was not supposed to necessarily be that way in this aspect. Aisha in Aramaic, it was Isa. Guys, yeah.
Easter. Easter.
Getting back to
now, that I believe was his name.
I have to go back
because if you remember back in, I can't remember what chapter. I'm gonna say it was Matthew 6. That name popped up.
No, not the New Testament. No, not Matthew. Sorry.
If it wasn't Matthew, it was Mark.
Yeah, it was Mark.
It was one of the M's. That name came up.
What I wanted to say was, one, I hope nobody is quote unquote offended by this religious talk. If you are, I really don't care anymore.
I don't care.
But because you got to grow up. Because this is the year of reckoning. This has been the time of reckoning, but this is the year.
Religion in America is fake.
I'm gonna
open up your eyes and realize what the fuck's going on around you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go that far and say religion's fake.
I'm going to say I said religion in America and America is fake.
Again, I'm gonna go back and restate what I said. I'm not going to agree and say religion is fake.
Not all religion. I will say that, but in America.
Again, I'm going back and say what I said again. You can say it all you want to, you blue in the face. I'm not saying it's fake.
Okay.
Because if you're saying it's fake, that means every part of religion in this country is fake, and that is not true. You can believe if you want to, but that is not true. Not every part of religion is fake. And you know that naturally, you'll know that when you feel the spiritual awakening in you, when you hit something or something hits you. Vice versa, it could be either one. But what I want to say is with the talk of religion, this is the year of reckoning. I don't care if you don't believe, you want to claim that you don't believe in anything. See what I said there? I wasn't gonna say that you don't believe. I'm gonna say no. I don't care if you don't claim it, because some people are doing it because it's the popular thing. It's the popular thing not to believe in religion. Fine, I don't care. But at the same point, what you say out your mouth is not necessarily what you believe in your heart, because it doesn't match. How do we tell all people? How do we know it don't match? I've seen somebody say that to my face, and I'm looking in their eyes. I'm looking in their soul. I'm like, what you're saying out your mouth don't match what your eyes are telling me. I'm sorry. Don't believe you. And now you know what I say? Okay. That's what you want to say. Hence, I didn't say that's what you would. That's what you believe. I said that's what you want to say. I'm not going to have that argument with you. I'm not. But know and behold, this year, I will be as flexible as I've been in the past.
That's you. I ain't got the time.
And why I think I'm not going to be as flexible? What do you
I
think?
ain't got the time.
Being flexible meaning, I'm not going to sit there. Once you say that, and I'm going to sit there, you now move on to the next subject. I'm going to cut the conversation short and walk off. Really, what's happening is I'm wasting my time talking about anything because you're not speaking on
pretty
the
much. I ain't got the time to deal with the bullshit. So I'm
okay.
about my business. I'm gonna live my life the way that
What do you think about this game? Huh? What I think about what? Oh, I think that I think my wife's calling me.
You think your wife is it?
Like, what do you mean you think your wife? Like, yeah, it's a husband radar going off. She called me, so I got to go. Oh, all right, man, that's cool. And
now you better than me. I'm gonna call you out on the bullshit.
I don't have time for it. What's the purpose of calling them out? Because the whole thing is, all you're doing now, you're creating more of an environment for confrontation, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not
creating an environment for confrontation.
If you call somebody out on what
I'm going to do is I'm going to read you, and then I'm going to leave you alone.
I'm not doing that.
I'm going to leave you alone, so don't hit me up.
Don't send me a text. I do that.
Don't invite me to shit. Don't whatever. Look, you want some bullshit? I can't fuck with you. That's what you want. I'm over here. Fuck you out. Deuces.
What's great about it? That's how you do it. I'm not even doing that.
And I'm family members included.
How many times have I actually done that? I've sat there, I've entertained, I've debated with you a little bit.
You're better than me.
Now I'm not gonna. No,
you're better than me because I wouldn't even entertain this shit. You want some bullshit? I ain't fucking with you. That's what. And you see me do that. You see me walk off. You see me walk off.
You see where I tune him out.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
But you would tune him out. I'll walk off. I'm beyond walking off. Look, fuck you. You want some bullshit? I'm not dealing with you. Get up. Period. Like,
and they're sitting there. They continue. They're in my ear. Am I listening? No. Because you can even ask what the conversation is about.
You're better than me because I'm not going to have you waste your time. I'm not going to waste mine.
Put it this way. I can care less if they waste their time. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your time. You want to waste it? Your time is already wasted. You ain't wasting mine no more. You weren't wasting mine to begin with. You just keeping me warm because it's cold.
Here's the thing, though. In this day and age, and it's happened, I want to go back at least 250 years that we've been brainwashed.
I ain't going back to 250 years. Sorry, you can have that slavery bullshit.
No, I'm not talking about slavery. I'm talking about
here's the thing. You can't go back to everything. Well, I want to go back.
Not. The
whole thing is about it. Slavery was part of that brainwash.
It was.
So therefore,
but I ain't going back. But slavery was going on before America was established, right? So I want to go back to when America was established. Even going all the way up to the good old days, what they call the good old days, right? You've been brainwashed. Everybody in this country has been brainwashed. And honestly, everything that's happening in Canada right now, Justin Trudeau stepping down, and then you want to leave the opening for this man to sit back and open up his mouth to say, I want to acquire Canada. And when they asked him, are you going to do it by military force? He kind of said yes, but then backtracked and said, no, by economic force. We all know everybody that lives in the northern United States, from Washington State all the way over to Maine and Rhode Island, right? They get some resources, including syrup, from Canada.
But they're not the only ones.
They're not the only ones. Yeah. I'm just saying, but hear me out on what I'm trying to say. These tariffs that this upcoming president is trying to put in place, kind of on the fence, because with certain things, certain goods, and from where they come from, to a certain degree, I agree. But when you want to sit back and say, if Canada cannot afford the tariffs that I'm going to put in place, I'm going to economically force them to sell the whole continent of Canada to the United States. I don't agree with that. But like you said, you got your dreams and your wishes. And what you believe in? I don't know. But that's the fear aspect of what this man puts into people. That is a valid fear that he puts into people.
So who's fearing it?
A lot of people, especially a lot of people of our color, of our culture. I hear it every day, even from us being Americans and him stripping certain freedoms away.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Truly, are you feared? Are you feared because of that? Are you scared of that? Mike, are you scared of that? Or could you give it to him?
Based off his track record in the first,
Stop. I'm so tired of you motherfuckers trying to say this man is goddamn racist. When did he become racist? When he became a Republican? When he stopped being a Democrat? No, stop.
I'm not even talking about the racist aspect. I'm talking about people that I've talked to. And the majority of the people that I know, I hate to say it, I know more colored people than I know white people, okay? And yes, I know some white people that is against Trump, and I know some, I even know some black people that's for Trump, right? But that's neither here nor there. The diagrams of what the people that I've talked to.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. That's what I'm getting to. That's exactly what I'm getting to. You're fearing a man.
A man that controls the country.
He don't control shit. He's a mouthpiece.
That's what we believe in. But we saw the track record, and I'm only speaking for myself.
What track record?
I'm only speaking for myself. As far as his previous term in office and certain shit that conducted under his watch. Don't like. And the fear aspect of what it is putting in people right now, it's not healthy for Americans. That's just my point of view.
So here's my point of view. The current regime. You okay with everything that happened?
No, I'm not. And I went on.
Wait, I'm not done. I know you said that. That's not what I'm getting to. So you're okay with how things have been going the past 4 years. There's no fear of that. There's no. Stop. Let me finish.
I have more fear in this future regime than this current regime.
Let me finish. So now, coming back to that, you were okay with putting somebody that went $20 billion over their goddamn budget. You're okay with that to run this country?
No, I haven't been happy in the past 8 years. Hell, probably 12 with the current government that's been in office. No, I have not been happy, and I've been on record saying that. For at least the past 8 years, I have not been happy.
No, you said 12.
Even going back 12 years, and that's going with Obama's last 2 years that he was in office. Was not happy. Then Trump comes, that 4 years was hell. This past 4 years has been turmoil. Well, it's been turmoil, has definitely been turmoil, and looking forward to what the next 4 years are looking at based off the past. I'm not even going back 12 years. I'm going back 8 years. With the past 8 years looking forward to the next 4, I understand why people have fear. They don't believe in this current government. Whether you're Democrat, Republican, there's a lot of people that don't believe in this current government, period. It is fucked on both sides. And you can't disagree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I can disagree with you.
I
can disagree with you on every goddamn thing you
No, I'm sorry. There's nothing you can say that can convince me that the past 8 years, that the next 4 years are going to be better than the past 8. I'm sorry. I can't believe that. Can somebody please tell me what is supposed to be taking place during the time? We're supposed to be in the time of Jubilee right now. Based off the scholars, we're supposed to be in the.
It is based off scholars. It's in October. It's not right now. It's October, the fiscal year. It's not
the fiscal year. But okay, even last October, it was supposed to be a time of Jubilee. No.
Thank you. Another one. Thank you. That's now 3 of us that debating that we ain't fearing shit.
I don't fear nothing, but you just. I am not personally. I'm telling you what people have told me. And at the end of the day, what I said was I can understand why they have that fear. I don't fear no man.
You just came out of your mouth and said you fear what's going to happen in the next 4 months. Did you not?
No, I did not. I said I understand why everybody.
Anybody not here?
I just got done saying because you want to talk about the racist shit, and I sat back and said, okay, forgive me because I talk to more black people, more colored people than I do white. So when it comes down to it, the consensus of what I've been hearing from everybody is that they fear what Trump is going to do in office. That point being clear. And I'm saying I can understand why they have that. Am I saying that I have that same fear? No, I don't. But I can understand why they have that based off previous track record.
Now that you screamed, yelled, hollered, and everything else, are you good?
Yeah.
You sure? Because you want to do some more? Because I mean, you can keep over talking it. You ain't get your point across.
No, I don't fear no man. I don't fear no man, no person, no entity on this plane. Not gonna say on this planet, but on this plane. I believe that there's different planes on you know what I mean. When we transition, we go to another plane.
Is it JetBlue, Spirit?
United? You saw what happened? You saw what happened with JetBlue?
Two people died.
But the passenger, one of the passengers freaked out and opened up the goddamn door. What did he freak out?
How did you open the fucking door?
I don't know, bro. I'm
gonna tell you right now. If you think you're gonna walk past me to get to a door to open it,
I'm sitting right next to the door. Hell no. I read that story. I'm like, what the fuck? Out of everything that's been going on with planes, right?
How did you let him get that close?
How?
And then
two people flew out. I don't get that shit. That was. And then Spirit goes to Haiti and gets shot at. Bro. Why is it two of the brokest that don't care?
Oh, what did I say? Shit. What did I just say? The reckoning is starting to happen.
And all the greedy motherfuckers are about to politicians, corporations, like
they're falling by the wayside.
And everybody want to talk about Luigi.
Luigi, his books are set.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want with him except kill him.
They're going to kill that man.
They're going to try to.
They're going to get that man. I guarantee you the feds are going to try to step in.
They're going to try. What jury is going to put that man on death row?
That's a question. That's a
the prosecution can ask for, but what jury is going to put that man? That's why they try to get
because he blatantly. But by law, he blatantly waited.
But it's not terrorism. That's just an angry man. I almost said an angry black man. That's just an angry Italian man.
But it's New York. They got the death penalty.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, they can put them.
The state of New York does have the death penalty.
Regardless of that or not, you have to get 12 people on to agree.
You really don't think that all 12 of them are going to get unanimously?
Nope.
Okay.
Unless they all work for United. Well, even if they work for United, that ain't gonna happen.
That's fucked up.
That back.
That's fucked
It's
up.
all CEOs.
That's fucked up.
Different companies made it don't happen.
Oh shit, that's fucked up.
12 people ain't gonna get together and agree to kill that man. Especially with this world work nowadays, ain't nobody agreeing to kill that man. And speaking of which, how about the two of the people that your boy Commune said we don't want it? Their deaths at the Commune. They said we don't want it. But the reasons behind it, I totally get it. Because they have appeals going on to get off of death row completely and get their sentence out of life. Meaning
They
time
get
served.
yeah,
they get time served. So I get it. But I like how he tried it. My man going out with a. I have to say this, Biden, you being gangster, bro. You've been a real gangster. You've been a real gangster. What you doing right now is unprecedented. I ain't never seen nobody go out.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. What he gonna do with Fauci and Liz Cheney and a couple other people about the preemptive pardons, I'm kind of in favor for, because I really do think Trump has that mentality that people were politically coming after him, and I really do think that he would politically retaliate.
Oh, he's going to.
Yeah, yeah, he's petty.
And I like,
right?
I like. So I'm like, what y'all think? I'm like, your side thinks. I like the pettiness because I like to see that. That's prime time TV. Prime time TV.
But as far as preemptive, like nigga, because you don't need to be prosecuted for that. So I'm sorry.
So here's my thing about the whole thing. First of all, his charges, quote unquote, are trumped up because number one, the statute of limitations was expired for the stuff they convicted him of. There was no way in hell it should have gone through. Those charges were trumped up and should have never happened. But they did it. Now he's a convicted felon. And guess what else he tried to do that to? He's been in the news, y'all. Matter of fact, the stuff that's going on right now, I feel sorry for that lawyer. I'm going to mention 2 letters. Well, it's actually 4 letters, but Jay-Z. I wasn't going to bring it up. The stuff that's going on right now, the stuff that came out today, I've been laughing my behind off. I kept telling everybody, y'all want to convict this man so much because he's got something that y'all don't. He's done stuff that y'all can't because you don't put actions to what you want to do. You say what you want to do, but you put actions behind it. He ain't going. Jay-Z.
Oh,
he ain't going. Trump, he ain't going nowhere either. But I have a feeling we have not seen the last attempt on that man's life. I'm going to tell you that right now. We have not seen the last attempt on his life.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in.
And we ain't putting no dang bottle in there. But they ain't putting no dang bottle. Bro, they saw you how many times go across the street?
Once.
No, more than, oh my God.
I've had this.
You know what? True. Do me a favor. When we play next week, I want you to put how many. I can put it in there.
Next week when we're gonna be live next week.
No, I'm talking about you didn't let me finish. When we come back next week, or you can put it in there. How many times you saw him reach his hand across? He's talking about one time. That's like number 4 or 5.
This is my 3rd time.
4 or 5. 405. Oh, where did that from?
405. What area code is that?
That's a highway. Shit. Like, what the heck? It just came out there nowhere.
So,
Happy New Year.
peace, love, blessings to everybody.
Baby New Year, old year, whatever he's called. What is it called? Father Time? Is it Father Time, Baby New Year? Because remember, they got the old man with the new year, but they got the new baby. I don't know what the old man's called. Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Huh?
Till next week.
Wait, what? None. What's the nun?
Until next week.
Are you talking about a nun? Like the nun?
No, that's not. If you want to talk about none, you would have put none. You put none.
But you know he be doing the voice to text too, so you never know.
Wait, not this one. I know when his voice is text. That's not voice to text.
Or 9?
No, man. Until next week, folks. I'm gonna get this goddamn man off camera. And we'll see you next week. Salute.
Happy New Year.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?